So today I'm going to show you how to set up a virtual review. Virtual reviews are used to either gain a discovery on your client or your team member to see how people feel about them, what should they maybe start, stop, or continue in their behavioral traits. And then we also use them for a review cycle. So after a period of time, we can use the virtual reviews to also review the progress. So we can use them for progress reviews, 360 reviews, and discovery reviews on clients and team members. So the way you would do it is you would open up your account and you would go into the said team member or customer that you want to create a review for. So we're going to create a review for Abby. So we go into the client's accounts and then we go to surveys and we go to virtual reviews. So here you will start by setting up a review period. So you will name your review. So let's say that we are doing a 360 progress review for August 2024. The date that the review will open, let's say it will open on Monday. The date the review will close, it will close, say, on the following 2 weeks, Friday, and the date that the results will be visible to the client or the team member, not to the administrator or the coach of the system. You will be able to see the information as submissions take place. Please also note that this entire process for the progress review is completely anonymous to the team member or the client. They will never be able to see what people actually, who said what about them. However, they will get the response. They will have access to see the responses. And then you will select submit. So now you've created your review, you've named it, and you've set its open, close, and visible result dates. Then what you're going to do is, so you would have already either have your team members' information that you want to review the person, so their supporters, so people that are going to review Abby, for example, in this case, or you would alternatively, as a coach, you would have gathered all your customers, you would have spoken to your customer, your coachee, and you would have collected supporters' information from them. And please ensure that when you do load supporters onto the system, you also have your client has also supplied them with the information that they will be receiving the survey, and that they have given us the right to process their information, such as their name and their email address. Then what you will do is you will take all your list of supporters, you will add them individually. So for just for this purpose, I'm going to say that I will be the supporter. You can select the type of relationship. So if it's their boss, a direct report, a peer, or an other. So you can define the relationship. You can send a personal note. So you can say, for example, hi, Abby. Thank you for supporting Abby. We look forward to your feedback. All right, you can select your language. So we currently have English, Dutch, and Spanish available. I'm going to use English for this training video. And then you can select mail. So you need to select mails to make sure that the email with the questions that we're going to create for the review are sent to this person. And you're going to say submit. So as you can see, we've added a supporter. Then what you can do is you can add the goals. So say, for example, here, if you add the goals, please note that you need to add them. If you're doing it in Dutch, you need to add your goal in Dutch. If you're doing it in Spanish, you need to add the goal in Spanish, but we'll be adding the goal to English. So let's say the goal is to pause before responding. Everybody has different goals, so that's fine. So let's say that is the person's goal, and because we're doing a progress review, the question can be has, and you can use the first name, and that will allocate the person's name. Has Abigail Pierce improved in the below goal, right? So you can say yes or no. So you've got 4 different response types. You can do a follow-up response type, where you can essentially just it's a scale. If you're doing a follow-up on a follow-up question, you can do an open-ended question. And in all the response types, you can link it to the goal. So, so that when the question comes through, the goal is underneath so the person can identify which goal you are referring to. You can do yes or no, which is really nice. So this would be a yes or no question. And what's really great about a yes or no question and a 7-scale question is that both of them are metric based. So the feedback will come in a metric based manner. And then for a 7-scale question, you can pick out of 3 varieties. So you can have less effective to much more effective. You can have agree to strongly disagree, and you can have not at all to all the time. So you can, depending on what your question is, which 7-scale speaks to the question and is the most logical response. But for this question, we're just going to say a yes or no question. We're going to link the goals, and we're going to say create question. So you will create all the questions you want to ask and all your response types. Once you have done that, you will go to show. So now you've set up all your supporters, you've set up all your questions, they're all the same. Please also note that this is completely anonymous. So your client or your team member, Abigail Pierce, for this instance, will never be able to see who responded to what. It is completely anonymous. You as a coach or an administrator of the system will be able to see who responded, and that's also to help you follow up with people who haven't responded. So what you will do now is you've set everything up. You've set their goals, you've set up all their supporters, and you've set up all the questions that you want to ask. You will go to show, and then you will drop down to your supporters. And on the date that you have set your review to go live, so we've set it for the 19th. So let's just edit this and set it for today, the 16th, submit. Then what you do is you'll go into the system, you'll go into your supporter, and you'll see it's blue. So you can send the invitation, and you say, all right, and you do this for each supporter on the date that you want the review to go live. And then essentially what will happen is this email will go straight to Abigail and or the supporter, and they will be able to ask the questions from a link in the email. All right, so that's how you set up a virtual review. And what you can do, if you want, is remember when you create a new review period for somebody, you're creating a new review. So you may keep your supporters the same, but you will need to delete and edit your questions accordingly to match your review. So those are the 2 things when you're creating a new review period for somebody or an alternative review. You just need to please ensure that you have the right supporters and the right questions have been set for that to go out. Awesome. I hope this was helpful. Please reach out to us if you have any further queries. Thank you.